Hello guys, good day. My name is Maki Velasco from BSc Wadi in Malasiki Agno Valley College. So today I'm going to continue the report. So let's start guys. So according to Republic Act numbers 9700, an act is strengthening the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program or what we call the CARP, extending the acquisition and distribution of all agricultural lands. Um, institute, instituting necessary reforms, amending for the purpose certain provisions of Republic Act number 6657. In section 5, in this section of RA number 6657, the DAR, in coordination with the Presidential Agrarian Reform Council, or what we call the PARS or PARC, shall plan and program the final acquisition and distribution of all remaining agricultural lands from the effectively of this act until June 30, 2014. So, sabi dito, lands shall be acquired and distributed as follows. So, sa phase 1, during the 5-year extension period, after all remaining lands above 50 hectares or shall be covered from purposes of agrarian reform upon the effectivity of this act. So the phase 1 included phase 1 from July 1st of July 2009 to 30 of June 2012 says that in phase 1 says that all private agri-lands with aggregate land holdings over 50 hectares which have already been issued notices of coverage or what we call the NOC on or before 10 December of 2008. So dapat at the end of on or before ng December 10, 2008 dapat nai dapat na-distribute na yung remaining lands, which is the 50 hectares. So, the second one is all idle and abandoned land. So, lahat ng na-abandon ng mga agricultural lands. So, we're talking about the agricultural lands here. So, dito, the third one is all rice and corn lands under um under Presidential Decree 27. So, sabi dito na all private lands voluntarily na in-offer ng owners for agrarian reform that with respect to the voluntary land transfer, only those submitted by June 30, 2009 shall be allowed. So, yun lang yung mga ma-allowed na mabigyan ng mga land or yung mga agricultural land. Furthermore, that all previously acquired lands wherein valuation is subject to challenge challenged by landowners shall be completed and finally resolved pursuant to Section 17 of RA number 6657, and all other lands owned by the government devoted to or suitable for agriculture, which shall be acquired and distributed immediately upon the effectivity of this act, which hanggang 2014. Um, um, with the implementation to be completed by June 30, 2012. So, we are now going to phase 2. So, sabi dito na lands above 24 up to 50 hectares which have been issued a notice of coverage NOC NOCs on or before December 10 of 2008 to be completed by 30 June 12 by June 30, 2012. So sinasabi dito na likewise be covered for purposes of agrarian reform upon the effectivity of this act, all alienable and disposable public agricultural lands, all all arable public agricultural lands under agroforest, pasture, and agricultural leases already cultivated and planted crops in accordance with Section 6. Article 13 of the Constitution, all public agricultural lands which are to be open for new development and resettlement, and all private agricultural lands of landowners with aggregate land holdings above 24 hectares up to 50 hectares, which have already been subjected to a notice of coverage issued on or before December 10, 2008. So, yun, to implement principally the rights of farmers and regular farm workers who are landless. So, yung mga land na above 24 to 50 hectares, mapupunta sa mga landless farmers o yung mga kasi may mga rights din sila to own the land. So, with the implementation to be completed in June 30, 2012. So, yun. Sa ano naman, second, all remaining private agricultural lands of laws with aggregate land holdings excess of 24 hectares regardless um, as to whether these have been subjected to notices of coverage or not. With the implementation to begin, magsisimula siya ng 1st of July 2012, and it should be completed by the by June 30, 2013. So yun yung sa phase 2. So now we're gonna proceed to phase 3. So here in phase 3 we have two. So sinasabi dito na lands of landowners with aggregate land holdings over 10 hectares up to 24 hectares of July 1 of 2012 to June 30 of 2013. So land of landowners with aggregate land holdings above 10 hectares up to 24 hectares insofar as the excess hectareage above 10 hectares is concerned. And um to begin on July 1, 2012, and it should be completed at the end or before June 30 of 2013. So the second one is land of landowners above retention limit up to 10 hectares. Begin with July 1, 2013 to June 30 of 2014. So land of owners with aggregate land holdings from the retention limit up to 10 hectares to begin on July 1, 2013, and to be completed, or it should be completed by June 30 of 2014, to implement principally the right of farmers and regular farm workers who are landless to own directly or collectively the lands they till. So, yun. So, sinasabi dito na the schedule of acquisition and redistribution of all agricultural lands covered by this program shall be made in accordance with the above order of priority, which shall be provided in the implementing rules to be prepared by PARS, taking into consideration the following. The land holdings wherein the farmers are organized and understand the meaning and obligation of farmland ownership. So, ito yung dapat malaman ng mga land ng mga farmers para makuha nila yung right property sa kanila, right property. Yung property na sinasabi ko is the agricultural lands. So, the distribution of lands to the tillers at the earliest practicable time, the enhancement of agricultural productivity, and the availability of funds and resources to implement and support the program, provided that the PARs shall design and conduct seminars. So ito, kailangan mag-conduct sila ng seminars, symposia, information campaigns, and other similar programs for farmers. So para sa mga farmers na who are not covered or organized by any land holdings. Completion by these farmers of the aforementioned seminars, symposia, and other similar programs shall be encouraged in the implementation of this act, particularly the provision of this section. So, yung land acquisition and distribution shall be completed. So, dapat yung pag-distribute ng mga land, agricultural land specifically, shall be completed by the date June 30 of 2014 on a province by province basis, since the land that they are referring is on the province, because as we know, in the province, dun sa province sila nagtatanim ng mga kung ano-anong crops, di ba? In any case, the PARS or the PARS Executive Committee or the PARS EXCOM, upon recommendation by the Provincial Agrarian Reform Coordinating Committee or the PARCOM, may declare certain provinces as priority land reform areas, in which case the acquisition and distribution of private agricultural lands therein under advanced phases may be implemented ahead of the above schedules on the conditions that prior phases in these provinces have been completed, provided that notwithstanding the above schedules, phase 3 shall not be implemented in a particular province until at least 90% of the provincial balance of the particular province as of January 1, 2009 under the Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 2B, and Phase 3A, excluding lands under the jurisdiction of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or what we call the DNNR, have been successfully completed. So, yung pa so so nung January 1, 2009, they already distributed all the lands or yung mga or yung specifically the land, agricultural lands. So it has been distributed successfully and right. So yun lang yung sinasabi dito sa report ko, which is the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So yun lang yung mga kailangan sundin or magiging basis nila to distribute the land or the agricultural land to the people, specifically sa mga farmers na landless. So, yun lang yung report ko, and I hope you learn something, and yun. So, yun guys, yun lang yung report ko, and thank you, and I hope you learn something. Again, I am Maki Velasco, and I am from BSC 1D.